Hey everyone, welcome. Question for the day. Are you feeling challenged about finding new clients in what I call this new economy? Are you feeling that it's difficult to get clients, or you don't know where to get clients, you don't know where to search for clients? All of those questions, those are things that my clients are constantly asking me. And so I thought I would share with you one of the tactics today. So welcome to Tuesday's training. Tuesday's training. It's not Tuesday's training, it's Thursday's training. Yes, Thursday's training. So welcome. We're going to talk about live video and how you can unlock profits in your business in this new economy using Facebook Live or live videos on any other platform. Okay, good one. So if you are watching, you know the drill, hashtag live or hashtag replay. Cool. So here's the thing. 9/11 changed the world forever. 2008 market crash changed the financial world forever. And COVID pandemic has changed the business landscape forever. You know, everybody's ordering things online, right? People are working from home, how things became difficult to get home office equipment, to get home gym equipment. Downtown office space is a ghost town. Housing prices are up. Recreation has shifted. You know, people are buying boats and RVs because they can't travel, so they're spending their money in other ways. Here's the thing. This new economy, everything has changed. Hey, welcome aboard, those who are watching. It's hashtag live. Your prospect's life has changed. Now, it is true. They still need leadership, and they still need wellness, and they still need resilience, and they still need all those things that you offer. But it's the context that has changed. Their lives have changed. So how can you position your business into their life? So the question becomes, if your prospect's life has changed, how are you going to change your marketing? Right? Have you made it relevant for today's issues, today's problems? Are you being seen out there? And this new economy that we have, this new landscape where everything is online, there is no face-to-face, it's just different. And so we have to adapt. We have to, my word is shift. Everybody write shift in the comments. I want to share with you a story that about 6-7 years ago, I was sitting in my office on the phone. Remember those things? The phone with my business coach. And she said, Diana, you just need to get out there and be seen more often. And she recommended that I host my own live events. And so I did. And in the next 4 to 5 years, I hosted over 15 live events for women entrepreneurs in the Ottawa, Montreal, and the Kingston area. And those events were my number one client attraction strategy. And then boom, right? March 2020, the pandemic hits. My challenge was there were no more live events. How was I going to attract clients into my programs? How was I going to be seen? How was I going to get noticed? How was I going to be visible? So I quickly made the decision to develop a strategy that encompassed Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives were only one part of the strategy, and that is the tactic, and incorporate those into a strategy to increase my visibility. So what I'm going to share with you today is about using Facebook Lives to convert those casual viewers or even lurkers into paying clients, and creating profit for your business. So I just want to be clear, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about how you can, Facebook Lives is one part of the overall marketing strategy, because one tactic does not make a strategy. So today I'm going to share with you what live video can do for your brand and why live video as opposed to pre-recorded video. And I'm going to share with you what your prospects are craving and how live video can feed what they're looking for. I'm going to share with you a roadmap for improving your marketing proficiency and 3 must-include elements to turn your videos from nice to watch into money making. Sound good? All right, high five. Say yes in the comments if this is something that is of interest to you. All right, good one. Thanks, Joanne, for showing up. And I'm not sure who the other person is. Somebody says it's been a while. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. So just put your name in so I have some idea as to who that is. StreamYard is not connecting well with Facebook these days. All right. In my 35 years as a business owner and working with coaches and consultants and other entrepreneurs in over 50 different industries, I've noticed that all of them struggle to actually get clients from their marketing efforts. And I call this the marketing proficiency effect. Marketing proficiency effect. So my question to you is, all the efforts that you're putting into your marketing, is it generating the results that you want? So we're going to do a quick exercise here. Get a piece of paper. I'm going to bring closer my flip chart. Bring together my flip chart. Here we are. Which way am I going to go? Oh, it's Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, here we are. Quick exercise. Take a piece of paper and make 3 columns. I think you can do that, right? 3 columns. All right. In the first column, I want you to brain dump all of the marketing activities that you are currently doing to get clients. Just, brain dump them down. All the activities. And I'm going to give you, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And if you're nice, I'll have some prizes for those who have the most. Not that having the most is the key. So just brain dump all of those marketing activities that you're doing. It could be email, it could be business cards, it could be networking. What is it that you were doing? Okay. I did this yesterday with a group. Some said 10, some said 2. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay. I've also done this at my live events where we've had people, come up with like 28, but that's when they're working in a group. So it's easier to brain dump then. Okay. So now count up how many you have. Count up how many you have and share that in the comments if you would mind, please. Share that in the comments. How many marketing activities are you currently using? So I'm just going to wait a second for the comments to come in. And then we're going to move into column number 2. Now, Cheryl says 6. Thank you, Cheryl, for putting your name. I appreciate that. All right, good. 7, says Joanne. Yeah, pretty good. All right. Now, column number 2. From those that you already wrote in column number 1, I'd like you to pick the top 3. Now, wait a minute. Pick the top 3 that consume your most time, money, and or energy. Pick those top 3 and put them in order. What is your most time consuming? What costs you the most? Sometimes actually when we do this, we realize that we think about networking. And in the old days, we used to drive to networking. We used to pay for it. We used to get dressed for it. We used to have business cards. Well, the cost is actually quite high for networking, even though we might not be paying for it. Okay, so we've got our top 3. If you'd like to share those in the comments, I'd love to hear what your top 3 are that consume your most time, money, and or energy. Okay, I'd love to hear which ones they are. All right, now we go to column number 3. I want you to pick the one marketing activity that actually brings you the most clients. What is the number 1 thing that brings you most clients? So here you brainstormed 6 or 7. Here you've got the top 3. It costs you time, money, or energy. And over here, which one brings you the most, I'll say prospects, profit, Eventbrite, Facebook Lives, and networking. So, that's interesting. Networking, stories. Okay. I'm curious, Cheryl, about Eventbrite. How is that a marketing activity? I know we post events on Eventbrite. Are you scouring Eventbrite? I'm just curious. Networking, Joanne. Good. Okay. Okay. Right. Attending holistic fairs. And I guess they're virtual now, just like everything else. Sure. Okay. Number 1, which says number 1 is holistic fairs. I'm going to say fairs, events. Okay. Now, the question is, are these aligned? So are you where you're spending your most time? Is it the one that is giving you the most clients? Because here's what I know for sure. Most people are spending time, money, and energy on activities that are not bringing them clients. So are they aligned is my question for you. So is the effective? Yes, I post an event on Eventbrite and I share in Facebook groups. Okay, good. So because this is about your marketing proficiency, how effective, how efficient is your marketing? Because when we look at marketing proficiency, I very often see 3 different levels of marketing proficiency. And the first I call, and this is the marketing proficiency effect. So this is the effect that your marketing has on your business results. Okay, on your business results. So the first is what I call the roller coaster. And what happens here is very often people are kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall with their marketing. It's very sporadic, right? And so what happens is that not only do they get sporadic leads and prospects, but they also get very sporadic profit and sales. They might even suffer, and so their sales kind of looks like this, and they might even suffer from cash flow issues. They might even suffer from what somebody called discounting disease. In other words, well, I can do it for less. Okay, so that is the roller coaster effect. The second is what I call the flatline effect. And the flatline effect is that very often these organizations have marketing that is not relevant today. So we'll say Yellow Pages ads are not the most relevant marketing today, okay? But what happens to their business results, is instead of going up like this, they have flatlined, okay? So they rarely get new leads. They have very few sales presentations booked in their calendar, and they may even suffer from some cash flow issues. So that is the flatline effect. And the third is what I call the crawl. And so again, instead of growth exponentially increasing, it is just, barely increasing, and then it flatlines, and then it increases, and it flatlines, and it increases. And so there's a big gap here very often. Okay? So I'd love to know if those of you who are listening, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in your business and how your marketing affects your bottom line? So are you suffering from the roller coaster effect where, it's up and down? Flatline where you've kind of hit a plateau? Or are you at this snail's pace of growth at the crawl level? I'd love to hear where you are. So as I watch the comments come in, thank you so much for those of you who are watching live. It is #live. And those who are watching the replay, it is #replay. Roller coaster. Okay, good. Thanks, Joanne. There's no right or wrong answer, so don't be afraid to comment. All of the above. Okay, so I'm going to guess maybe it's kind of at the crawl. And Facebook user who said roller coaster, awesome. Okay, so what I know from talking with hundreds of entrepreneurs, maybe even thousands, that my guess is that's not where you want to stay, right? My guess is that you would like to have something that I call predictably profitable marketing. And predictably profitable marketing, say hell yeah if that's what you'd like. Marketing kind of flows. It's easy. You know exactly what to do when you have this rinse and repeat system that brings you clients. You get to pick and choose from those clients. Those are great fit clients. And those, hey Cheryl, hell yeah, good one. Those are clients who come to you expecting to pay premium rates. And that is so critical. You want your marketing to filter out those people that don't want to pay you your premium rates. And so the fact of the matter is, there's a gap. There's this gap right here, right? And so people say to me, well, Diana, how do I shift from here to up there? Because that's what I really want. Well, that's what I do, right? I help those people who are stuck in either one of these things, and I've been there myself because I know exactly what it feels like. I help them shift, and I help them shift by creating something that I call the profitable marketing engine. And because I'm the entrepreneur's GPS, oh, by the way, how do you like my new shirt? It's a map. It's a map to go with the GPS. So the engine, you've got to put gas in that engine to fire you up and to get the momentum. And that profitable marketing engine is comprised of three things. It is comprised of one, what I call your strategic navigator, knowing exactly where it is. What does successful look like for you? And if you've read my book, I talk about where is successful for you? What does it look like specifically? And so you need some strategic navigation to know where you are now and where you want to go. The second thing that you want is some sort of implementation roadmap. And a roadmap is how you're going to get from where you are now to successful, right? And there's action steps that go along the way. And we need to have that plan because winging it never works, right? And there's one last thing that we need in order to get that profitable marketing engine revved up. We need what I call your authority advantage. And then you get this sweet spot right in there. So what's your authority advantage? Your authority advantage is how you communicate, how you articulate in your messaging across all your platforms why somebody should pick you. Why are you the authority? What are you the creator of? What are you the founder of? And so these are the three things that comprise the profitable marketing engine. And you need all three. You need to hit that sweet spot to really get your marketing revved up. So you might be saying, well, Diana, that's all good and fine, right? But what the heck does that have to do with Facebook Lives? What does that have to do with Facebook Lives? Where do Facebook Lives fit in, right? Well, Facebook Lives becomes part of your, not only your implementation roadmap, but the content comes from your authority. So I'm going to share with you, if I can figure out how to share, here we are. I'm going to share with you my roadmap. Share screen. Nope. Hold on. I'm going to test. This is always fun. Oh, maybe I can do this. Why is this not working today? Ha. Okay. So I'm hoping, nope. Let's go back. There we are. So now you can see my client getting roadmap. Please let me know in the comments if you can truthfully see this. Okay, you should see some things, and the StreamYard's telling me I should really have two monitors, but I don't. So there we are. Okay. All right. On the left-hand side, you will see things that I do for marketing. How do I generate prospects? How do I generate leads? So Facebook Lives is probably my number one, and it is part of speaking. Yes, thank you, Joanne. And then we go into what I call the 3 C's of client getting. The first is captivate. How do I captivate? How do I capture people's attention and their email address? That is my first goal. And I do that by moving them into either a Facebook group, a freebie, a challenge, and that's where I cultivate. That's where I nurture this whole relationship. And then I am moving them, I convert them. I might move them to a webinar, a masterclass, a sales conversation for my offer. And depending whether they say yes or no, they are sent somewhere else. But the important thing here is that I want to show you is, do you have your own roadmap? And what are you leading people to? What are you leading people to? That is really important. Okay. What are you leading people to? I'm just going to go back. See it, but can't read it. Okay. I'm going to post it in. All right. Hold on. How's that? Can you see it now? That should be better. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this PDF in the Facebook group so that you can take a look at it. And it's not rocket science, but what is your offer? That's how I start with my offer. What am I selling people? And then I reverse engineer. Okay. All right. Let's go back here. All right. Now you should see me, right? Okay. So that's where Facebook Lives fit into my marketing. Now, as I said, there's been a huge shift in the marketplace, in the business landscape. And I want to share with you 3 keys that your Facebook Live needs to have, or your lives, whether it's TikTok, whether it's something else, LinkedIn Live. They need these keys in order to unlock profit. The first one is that they need authenticity. And here's the reason that Facebook Live wins over pre-recorded video. In this new economy, people are done with fake news, fake gurus, fake pictures. They want to connect with somebody who is real. So I'll share a little story. I know that for some of you, speaking live, like doing this, scares the living whatever, right? It is it strikes terror. Now, I remember feeling like that about 6 years ago when I was parachuted in to become the president of a local networking group. And as the president, I had to stand up every week and introduce people. I had to outline the agenda. Well, as the kids say, I sucked at it. And I was terrible at it. And I would hold up a piece of paper and read it, and it would shake and rattle. And, it was horrible. But when I found the courage to put down that piece of paper and just speak from the heart, it didn't matter how many mistakes I made. It didn't matter whether the content was misaligned. It didn't matter because people connected with that authenticity. And I remember the first time I shared the story of my daughter, and I share it in here about how she got well. There were people crying. And, it was authentically real. People want real. People want to know who you are. And when they know who you are, that's when you get the feedback. That's when you can start creating feedback. And it's real. People want to know that you're not perfect because they're not perfect. Okay? Authenticity is one of the keys. The second key is that in times of uncertainty, which we certainly are in, and we have been in for quite some time, there's something that people need more than ever. And I'd love for you to share this. See if you can guess what this word is. Begins with the letter C. So type it in the chat. In times of uncertainty, what do you think people need more of? They're actually missing this. Thanks, Joanne. Yeah, key number 1, authenticity. So key number 2, what do you think people are missing? What are they craving now more than ever? Begins with the letter C. Let's see if you can guess what it is. Contact. Very close, Joanne. Connection. Okay. Connection, Cheryl. Toot. All right. They're missing certainty. That is true. But they're missing this connection with people. And live videos allows you to build that connection. Live videos allow you, you've heard this before, that know, like, and trust factor, right? Well, I recently was told that it used to take 7 touches, so 7 touch points to get people to know, like, and trust you. That's what they used to say in sales. Recently, someone said, no, it's more like 70 touch points. So if you're posting 3 times a week, it'll take 24 weeks, perhaps, before someone gets 70 touch points. But Facebook live videos get more than 10 times more comments, 6 times more engagement than other posts on Facebook. And so if you want to play the Facebook game and you want to increase your visibility organically on Facebook Lives, getting this connection and feedback and engagement is definitely the way to go. It allows you to get more visibility, more eyeballs on your content. So for those of you who are here and those of you who were watching on the replay, share with me in the comments, please. Are you doing, number 1, are you doing Facebook Lives? Number 2, are you doing them consistently? Oh, and somehow I missed key number 3. Okay, I'll let you answer that question. Who's doing Facebook Lives and who's doing them consistently? So key number 1 to unlock the profits is authenticity. Key number 2 is connection. And key number 3 is trust. And so we need to build that trust by the consistency. Good one, Joanne. Yes, I see your Facebook Lives and you are getting out there. Yes, consistently building the trust. Because just think about it. If you're watching someone, if you're watching another authority or an impactor or a game changer, you know they're going to show up consistently and you start building trust. And so I would encourage those of you who are not doing it consistently, not doing it during rebranding. Yep. But that doesn't matter. Rebranding doesn't matter. They don't care. They just want to trust you. Okay? So those were the 3 keys. Now, I want to share with you 3 elements that you need that every Facebook Live must include. Now, I bet Joanne probably knows this because Joanne did. Yeah, it's getting easier. Joanne participated in this spring's Facebook Live Masterclass about getting clients. And so she probably knows what these are. Now, I'm about to host this Facebook Live Client Getting Masterclass again at the beginning of June. Okay, going to be June 7th to 11th. And you can see all the information when you look up in the banner. You can see where to register for the almost free masterclass. And so here's the 3 must-haves in your Facebook Lives. 1 is engagement. How many times have I asked you questions for engagement today? But it all starts with, at the beginning of your Facebook Live, to grab their attention with a bold statement, a question, something. Thank you, Joanne. Something that keeps them rocking, that raises their awareness and wants them to watch and listen. Right? All right. The second part, you've got engagement. Now, you have to keep asking questions. You've heard me today ask things like, share whether you are hashtag live or hashtag replay. one of the ones that I will use in the 5-day masterclass is, what is the word of the day, right? So that's something that you can do. So the first part is engagement. You want more engagement because then Facebook does what? It rewards you with more visibility. All right. Number 2 is you want to educate them. You want to educate them. You want to give them something that keeps them watching. So in the education part, I started today off with, are you being challenged by getting clients? So in the education part, you want to restate the problem. So today's problem is about unlocking profits in the new economy. Why is it important? Why is it, what happens to them if they don't? What happens to them if they do? And then teach perhaps 1 or 2, maximum 3 points in your education part. Okay? Then the third key is your call to action, which is in your closing. So your call to action, your CTA, you thank them for tuning in today. You summarize. So this is the problem. Restate the problem, restate the solution, and what are their next steps. So I did this presentation yesterday to a group of 20 or so coaches and consultants. And their next step, my call to action to them was sign up for the upcoming Facebook Live challenge. It's almost free. It's only $47. So why wouldn't they? Okay. So today it was about unlocking profits in the new economy. The challenge of keeping your offerings relevant in today's society, in today's new economy, and how old marketing doesn't work, and we have to shift to new marketing. We have to shift so that our marketing proficiency is raised and elevated. And how can we find out, how can we create marketing that is rinse and repeat? How can we create marketing where we, prospects come to us expecting to pay those amazing fees that you want to charge? So unfortunately, we can't go back to the old way of doing business. It's not coming back. This new economy is here to stay. So I would love to help you increase your marketing proficiency. If you have not, or if you want to do it again, come and attend the Facebook Live Client Getting Masterclass. It starts June 7th to 11th at noon every day on Facebook Live. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some amazing fun. I'm going to get you to do some silly things that are going to help you feel confident and feel brave. Remember, Facebook Lives are an amazing tool to help you gain the trust and the connection with your prospects before you even get to sell to them. So thanks so much for listening for today. Your call to action is to get registered for that upcoming masterclass. And I look forward to talking with you again next week, Thursday at 1 o'clock. And we're going to talk more about Facebook Lives and what they mean for your business. Take care. Thanks for watching. You are awesome. You stuck with me the whole time. Great stuff. Thanks again. Bye for now.